What is going on, faithful? It is your boy, Niner Sickness, with the Niner Sickness podcast. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to each and every one of you. I'm hoping you guys had a wonderful holidays and a wonderful New Year's. This is January 1st, 2022. Oh my goodness. January 1st, 2022 already. 21 just, I don't know about you guys, but it flew by. It flew by towards me. I mean, it just flew by. But I just wanted to come on, talk a little football, start off the new year, talk a little bit of Trey Lance. Is he going to be the future? Is he going to be a good quarterback under Kyle Shanahan? Has Jimmy Garoppolo played his last game in a 49er uniform? Those are the things we're going to touch on today, and we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Jimmy G and Trey Lance. So I'm glad you guys have joined me. I'm glad you guys are here. Make sure to do me a favor. Like I always say, wipe your feet before coming in and show your brother some love. Wipe your feet. Let's see who's here. Don Dotson, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome to the stream. We got JBX 4 and 9 in the house. Happy New Year's, brother. We got Joseph Garcia in the house. Hello. Welcome. Happy New Year's. We got David McNew in the house. What's up? Welcome. Happy New Year's. David Williams. Hi, Beto. Happy New Year's. Hope you and your family stand safely. We are safe. We are blessed. Thank you, David Williams. I wish you a happy new year as well. My brother from another mother, how you doing, Javier Rios? Welcome to the stream. Happy New Year's, brother. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's with you and your loved ones. Hope you had everything you asked for. And I pray that 2022 brings prosperity to each and every one of you. Absolutely. Don says, we got amazing news yesterday afternoon. My friend Odin woke up and is out of the coma. Wow. Thank you, Jesus. Thanks for the prayers, Niner family. That is great news. Thank you for sharing that with us today, Don. What a way to start the year, right? What a way to start the year on a positive note. Odin, who has been in a coma pretty much the whole entire holiday season, his family going through some hardships. I can imagine what his wife and kids went through in this holiday time of celebration. They went through a lot of pain, anger, frustration, but to hear that he has woken up, I'm pretty sure he's not out of the woods yet, but the fact that he woke up out of a coma is great news. Thank you for sharing, Don. Hey, anybody wonder why Kyle isn't wanting to play Trey? That is a good question, Javier. I've been asking that question myself. Why isn't Kyle saying that Trey is the starter for this week? Is it because he wants to keep the Texans defense on a guessing situation? Does he feel that Trey just isn't ready? Because these are sincere questions, right? If Jimmy Garoppolo, in fact, hurt his thumb, if he is in fact injured, and he's not able to grip the ball, the fact that it sounds like Kyle Shanahan still wants Jimmy to be the starter, what does that say about Trey? Let's keep it 100. What does that say about Trey? The fact that Jimmy is hurt. He hurt his thumb on his throwing hand. He hasn't practiced all week. And there is still a slim chance that he starts on Sunday tomorrow. What does that say about Trey? That's a fair question to ask, Javier. Very fair question to ask. Trey Lance better be ready, and if we do make the playoffs, most likely Jimmy G may start unless Trey Lance plays lights out at least 2 games, and Shanahan has no choice but to start Lance afterwards. The question that I want to really get into, JVX, is this. If Trey has been practicing as good as Fred Warner has mentioned, as Trey looks good running the scout team, why the hesitation of naming Trey the starter? Is this a ploy to keep the defense of the Texans guessing? Probably so. I'm pretty sure behind the doors, Trey knows he was going to start. I believe that we don't know who's going to start. The media doesn't know. But between Jimmy G and Trey Lance, they know who the starter is. And I know we say, wow, Kyle hasn't mentioned the starter. What about, is that both confidence to Trey? Is Trey lacking confidence because Trey knows. Let's keep it real. Trey knew from week 1, from the start of the week, he was going to be the starter. Kyle Shanahan most likely went up to Trey and says, listen, you're going to start Sunday, but we're not going to say anything until Sunday. So it's not about whether Trey has confidence in himself, whether Kyle believes in Trey or wants to start Jimmy at the last minute. It's all about keeping the Texans defense and coordinator guessing. They have to prepare for both Jimmy G or Trey Lance. And that might not mean much for all of us, but it does mean a lot in football. Don says, wipe my feet. Thank you, Don. Appreciate that. I moved everything from my internal drive to my external drive, and I realized that all my little, wipe your feet, emotion things that pops up on the screen, it's not active because I moved it over to my external hard drive. And but for those that wipe their feet, hit that like button, smash the like button for me. I appreciate that. You're very welcome. Yes, it is for sure. He's a fighter and kicked butt. He has to learn how to walk. Well, not the talking part, but I know how it is to learn how to walk again. Being paralyzed from my waist down, being in a wheelchair, paralyzed without able to walk for 10 years. I know exactly the part of learning how to walk again. Now, I never lost my voice or my vocals, so I can imagine learning how to walk and talk is going to be a little difficult, but at least he's out of the coma. So praise God for that. What does Kyle know that we don't about Trey? He's willing to keep Jimmy in there hurt. Yeah, like I said a few minutes earlier, Javier, I'm pretty sure, I'm actually really sure that Kyle has told Trey, you're the starter. You're going to start. We're not going to let the media know. We're not going to let the Texans know. We're going to keep everybody guessing, but I'm going to let you know, based on the injury of Jimmy If by Wednesday Jimmy doesn't practice, you're going to be the starter on Sunday. So I'm pretty sure that Trey knew he's the starter. I'm pretty sure Jimmy knew he was not going to start. That's all taken care of. Everything else is speculation for us and the media and the defense of the Texans to continue to guess. Is it Jimmy G? Is it Trey Lance? Is Joe Staley going to come out of retirement and quarterback for the Niners? But I'm pretty sure that has been established within the locker room, Javier. I think the fact that we don't know is just for us and the media and the Texans. But within that locker room, it has been established already who the starter for Sunday is going to be. Trey Lance has the opportunity to prove himself tomorrow, and I'm excited. I had enough of Jimmy G. Now, I hope that Trey has a great game. Okay? I really do. I hope Trey has a great game. I hope the defense and the run game can help him achieve the win. But keep in mind, guys, he's a rookie, okay? He's going to make mistakes. I always refer back to Josh Allen from the Bills, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. When he first came into the league, a lot like Trey, small school, had accuracy issues, had mechanics issues, and pretty much Josh Allen looked like trash. I mean, he looked like he was going to be a bust the first 2 years, right? But Josh Allen had that mentality of, I want to learn, I want to get better. He had work ethics that continue to thrive within Josh Allen, which Trey Lance has a lot of those attributes of Josh Allen. So Josh Allen now is playing phenomenal football, right? He's playing great football. I expect Trey Lance to develop into that type of quarterback. We just got to allow him the time he needs to get there. And we cannot be hard on Trey if Trey struggles tomorrow. I want him to win. I want him to succeed. But I'm also rational and understand that he may struggle. Hopefully the defense can bail him out. Hopefully we can establish the run game enough where it helps to eliminate some of those mistakes by Trey Lance. But regardless of how he does tomorrow, it's really not going to give us a true identity of who he is going to be. Okay? He's going to have to continue to develop and be better. But if he strives and looks better than he did against Arizona, that is a confirmation that he has learned from that game of Arizona until tomorrow. He has developed, he has learned, he has gotten better. Those are great things for us to watch, to encourage us as a fan base that he is being developed correctly and he is learning. What we don't want to see is a bunch of mistakes, one mistake after another, and he looks worse than he did against Arizona. Now, my question to you is, he didn't get a chance to throw much against Arizona. He ran a lot. Some were designed, some were decisions by him. I would really love to see Trey sit in the pocket and disperse the ball to Ayuk, Kittle. Remember, against Arizona, he didn't have George Kittle. He had Debo, but Debo wasn't where he's at today. He had Ayuk, but Ayuk was nowhere near how he's playing right now mentally today. So Trey's going to have some great tools around him to be successful tomorrow. And I want to see how Trey Lance looks with Debo Samuel in the back. Imagine Debo Samuel in the backfield next to Trey. Talk about keeping the linebackers honest. Who gets the ball? Debo? Elijah Mitchell's back, healthy. Is he going to get the ball, or is Trey going to keep it and run it? These are decisive moments that the linebackers of the Texans are going to have to make on the fly. They're going to have to, who has the ball? And this is something that the Niners can utilize to move the ball effectively against that defense. So I'm excited to see that. I really, really want to see that. Trey was very expensive. And if he's a pop, I'll hate to. Well, it's too early. I hear what you're saying, Javier. I hear you. But honestly, in my personal opinion, you got to give a player at least 3 years to develop. On the 30 year, you're really going to have a good sense of what you have in a player. Is Trey Lance going to be good or bad? And you got to give the kid at least about 3 years. Now, some players are exceptions, like Nick Bosa. I mean, those guys just right out of the gate, they play great football, and you know what you have in them right off the gate. Pro bowlers. Patrick Willis, when he was drafted, Pro bowler. A lot of these players right away show what they're made of. But some players take time to develop. Josh Allen, for example, hopefully Javon Kinlaw will be a guy that will develop into a great D tackle. So we got to allow these players to develop, and we have to hopefully reserve judgment to what we think these players are doing and how they're doing it right away. Just because Trey struggles, if he struggles tomorrow, it doesn't mean he's going to be a bad quarterback. It doesn't mean that the Niners made a mistake. Oh my goodness, the Niners should have. This is what I believe I'm going to hear. If Trey really struggles tomorrow, I'm going to hear that we should have drafted Justin Fields. Some of us are going to say we should have drafted Mac Jones instead of Trey. You got to reserve judgment on Trey, whether he does good or bad tomorrow, and allow him to develop into the quarterback that he can possibly be. I know a lot of us, we go based on feelings, emotions. If he does great, that's awesome. But if he doesn't, then we get frustrated, and right away, oh, he's not the quarterback that he thought he was. We should have gotten Justin Fields instead, or we should have gotten Mac Jones. No. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but you can't judge a player, especially in the quarterback, coming in at 21, young, learning a complex system like Kyle, and expect him just to be a Joe Montana. You got to reserve time for him to develop. And if I hear, we should have got Mac Jones, we should have gotten Justin Fields instead, it is too premature to say that. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but I believe it's too premature to say that because we haven't seen the full potential of Trey Lance, and we're not going to get that tomorrow, even if he plays great tomorrow. He still is going to have to learn. Remember, he's facing the Texans defense, not the Rams, okay? Now, I'm not trying to be hard on the kid. I'm just being realistic. If Trey has a great game against the Texans, I'm okay with that. If he has a great game against the Rams defense, then I'll be like, oh, okay, all right. That's definitely an encouraging point, right? But if I see growth in Trey, I'll be happy with that. How do you guys think that Trey's going to do tomorrow? I want to hear you guys' opinions. Let me get back to the questions here. Try starting and Michael to Jimmy done for the rest of the season. Trey starting. Oh, Trey, you got me confused with the try. Trey starting, Mike and Michael to Jimmy. And Michael to Jimmy. I don't quite understand who's Michael. Something that I missed. Christian Carver, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for wiping your feet. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Everyone watching, make sure to hit the like button for your boy. If you like the video, you like the content, smash that like button for me. I appreciate that. Found out today. Lucky, what's up, Lucky? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome. Bigfoot's mom, what's going on? Good afternoon. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Welcome to the stream. What's up, Beto? Let's go, Trey. Finally, new era begins. I like that. Hope you had a great Christmas and New Year's. I did. I had a quiet one, Christian. It was quiet. It was just me and the wife. Nobody else. It was quiet. Just the way, at my age, just the way I like it. I'll be honest with you. Quiet. Sometimes, how do they say it in the theaters? Silence is golden. Yes. How you doing, Dina Harvey? Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Evening Niner family. Happy New Year's. Everyone, let's get this W. I like it. Niner family, get behind Lance. Get ready to rumble. No more quarterback drama. Now, if Trey struggles tomorrow, and if he has to play on Sunday, the following Sunday against the Rams, because Jimmy's not ready and he struggles, could that open up the possibilities of the Niners trying to bring Jimmy back? I don't know. I understand the salary part. Okay, I understand the salary part. I understand how much he's going to make next year. But if Trey's not ready, I mean, something to think about, right? Not that I want Jimmy back, but if Trey doesn't, do good tomorrow or against the Rams, if he has to play, will John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have their hands tied with wondering, do we really want to go into the 2022 season with Trey as our starter? Those are the things we have to wait to see. Yes, for sure. Thank you again for the prayers. We appreciate them. You are welcome. You are welcome, and his family is welcome as well. Right on, Bigfoot's mom. Let's see here. Young Creeper is in the house. What's up, Young Creeper? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Dino says, hey, Don, blessed New Year. Okay. Joseph Garcia says, whoever gets the team win. I like that. That's actually, at the end of the day, I know we have favorites. I know some people like Bosa. Some people like Kittle. Some people love Debo Samuel. Individual players. I grew up loving Brian Young when he played. Not grew up. I'm older than him, but I liked Brian Young. I loved watching Joe Montana, Steve Young, Harris Barton, Randy Cross, Derek Deese, lineman. I love watching Charles Haley. But at the end of the day, I don't have their names tattooed on me. I have the 49ers symbol tattooed on me. That means that I support whoever's playing for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I will hold my opinions on individuals. I will speak out on how they're playing or how good they're playing or how bad they're playing, because I am entitled to my opinion as well as you. But I support the emblem, the 49er emblem, first and foremost. Like when Joe Montana left to the Kansas City Chiefs, as much as it hurt to watch Joe Montana leave the 49ers and go play for Kansas City. I wished him well in Kansas City, but I was team Steve Young. All right, Steve Young stepping up. Let's go. Steve Young. Why? Because he stayed behind leading my team, the 49ers. I didn't care about Kansas City, whether they won or not, even though Joe Montana was there. I cared about are the Niners winning. So, like Joseph Garcia says, whoever gets the team win. And I agree with that. I agree with that. Happy New Year's, Niner Empire. Let's all be better people in the new year. Absolutely. The girl said, Happy New Year's, Niner family. Tell Jayla and Ariel. Uncle Niner Beto says, Hola and Happy New Year's. Karthik is in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing, sir? Blessings. I hope you had a wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's with you and your family. Beto, did you see that heated talk between Warner and Trey on the sidelines? Do you think that was a true leadership role for a guy like Warner? I did not see. I heard about it, but I didn't see it. So I can't really comment on it truthfully, on my opinion, because I did not see it at all. But if it was heated, understand this. Players play, they're competitive, right? They're competitive. So they're going to compete. And when emotions are flying high and they're competitive, things are going to be said or things are going to be done at the spur of the moment. Again, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a positive thing or if it was a negative thing. But things will happen in practice. But I believe that Trey Lance and Fred Warner, if it was a good thing, great. If it wasn't such a good thing, I expect them to squash it and move on. I don't expect them to linger on that. Players crash amongst each other time to time. I've seen fights happen within teammates, and then the next couple hours, they're fine. Anyone know if Mitchell is playing yet? I believe he is playing. Bigfoot's mom. I believe he's cleared and should be playing tomorrow. We just need Trey Lance to be a game manager if we as a team can do our job tomorrow. Yeah, we got to be effective in the run. Getting Elijah Mitchell back with Jeff Wilson Jr., Debo helping out as well. We should be able to control the run game effectively enough to kind of make things a little bit simpler for the young kid, Trey, tomorrow. Simplify things a little bit. As long as we can run the ball successfully and on defense we control the narrative by stopping the run, then that would take some pressure off the young kid, in my personal opinion. Even Warner struggled as a rookie. Absolutely. Queen Heavy Protection, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you hit the like button for your boy Niners sickness if you haven't done so already. This is Shanahan's spotlight time to do what he and Trey does best and implement that. We're going to see what type of game plan Kyle Shanahan has for the young kid tomorrow, if indeed he plays. I'm interested to see if he's going to do a lot what he did against Arizona, or if Kyle made some adjustments and throws in some wrinkles into that game plan and utilizes the young kid in a way where he wins the game, not with his legs. Because this is what I want to see. I want Trey to win the game, not necessarily with his legs. I want him to win the game with his arm. I want him to extend the plays with his legs, but I want him to win the game with his arm. if that makes any sense to you guys. Two rookie quarterbacks, Mills versus Trey. Now, keep in mind, Trey is starting the second game of his career. Mills has already won and established himself a little bit more better than Trey. So even though two rookies are playing against each other, Mills is a little bit more seasoned than Trey at this point. Thank you, Carter, for wiping your feet. Appreciate that. Trey said in the interview that he watched how Jimmy handled certain situations while playing. I hope he takes that and develops his own way of decision making. Anybody that plays football, if you played college, Pop Warner, if you played high school and so forth, understand that you can learn a lot from your peers, but you got to build your own skill set. Like anything in life, any type of job, you learn from those that are teaching you, but you're going to do it with your style because you're uniquely you, right? So Trey is himself. Trey is Trey. Jimmy is Jimmy. So he'll learn from what Jimmy done right and bad, but hopefully Trey can implement those skill sets with his style of football. More than believing in Trey, we need to believe in Shanahan more because he is calling plays for a rookie. Didn't play. We gotta trust and believe in the play caller, and we also gotta trust and believe in the person executing those plays because it goes both ways. Kyle Shanahan can call great plays, but if they're not executed to perfection by Trey, it doesn't matter. Or if Trey's executing the best of his ability, but Shanahan keeps putting him in a bad situation, that's not good either. So let's pray that both parties, Shanahan calls the right plays and that Trey will be able to execute it to perfection to the best of his ability. Oh, thanks, Karthik. Feet wiped now. Thank you, Dina. Hope you had a great New Year's as well, Beto, and Faithful. Thank you, sir. Tommy, my brother from another mother. Beto, are you even ready? I've been born ready. Molasses is flowing slowly, but we're getting there. Little lope by lope, man. Este vato. If Trey Lance wins us at least the last two games, I don't see how you can start him in the playoffs if he makes it. If Trey wins and he wins effectively and he shows progress in each of those games and he's the hot hand going into the playoffs, don't talk to me about no playoffs. The great Jim Mora or is it Mora? I know Mora, but I forgot his first name. Anyway, if Trey looks good against the Texans tomorrow and he looks good against the Rams the following week and wins both of those games, and he is the hot hand, and Jimmy becomes available and he's ready to play against in the playoffs, especially if you face the Rams again or you face the Cowboys, that's a good question. Who should we start? The hot hand and keep playing Trey? Or do we bring back Jimmy, the experienced one, and allow Jimmy to come in? Because if we bring in Jimmy based on his experience, what message are we sending Trey Lance? What message are we sending Trey Lance? You're playing hot. You want us the Texans game. You want us the Rams game. But yeah, we're going to go with Jimmy G. That's not a good message, personally, myself, to Trey. So you got to go with the hot hand regardless. My New Year's was quiet too. I ate some red enchiladas and had a Modelo all by myself. Right on. Trey starting and Jimmy done for the year. Got news today. Okay, so if I'm reading this correctly, and I haven't seen anything on the internet on Twitter yet, are you saying that it was said that Jimmy's done for the year? I want you to clarify on that for me, David Williams, please. Gaming with Nate 25. What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy Niner sickness. I appreciate it. What's up, family? How was your Christmas and New Year's? Mine was great. Like I said earlier, it was quiet. Just me and the wife. No kids. Nothing. Just the way I like it. Silence is golden, like in the movies. And we watch a couple of Christmas movies. Every year I watch my favorite movie. Every year, Christmas movie. It's A Wonderful Life. It's A Wonderful Life. It's my favorite movie of all time. And I watch it once a year with the wife. And we watch it this year. Clarence got his wings. Every time you hear the bell ring. What's up, Jay in the Bay? My brother from another mother. What's good? Happy New Year's, brother. Happy New Year's. Thank you for visiting my life. I appreciate it. Those that don't know, I'm pretty sure you do know by now, but if you don't, Jay in the Bay, he's a content creator himself, speaks about the 49ers. Great guy. He has a great YouTube channel. Check out his YouTube channel. Type in Jay in the Bay and it will pop up. Check him out on Twitter, Instagram. Great guy, man, and brings great content. Thank you for stopping by, Jay. Truly appreciate it. I think Trey Lance will play better than his first start. According to reports, Trey has been taking more risk in practice and learning. That's what I heard, David, that Fred Warner, as a leader, went up to Trey and said, hey, take more chances as a scout quarterback. Take more chances so that us as a defense can prepare better for those starting quarterbacks we're going to face. In other words, throw the ball. We know you can run, but we want you to throw the ball in tight windows so that we can adjust as a defense. And ever since Fred Warner had that conversation with Trey, for my understanding, I heard that Trey took that into consideration and has started to take more risk and throwing the ball more. And he's thrown some really tight windows. And Fred Warner has been impressed with what he's seen so far from the young kid. And that's a positive thing. Trey has a lot of pressure under him right now. He's a rookie, top 3 quarterback. They gave up 3 first rounds to get him. You can pretty much say the kid has a lot of pressure. But for what I've seen in Trey, he looks like a kid that does not allow pressure to overwhelm him. He looks like he's poised. He looks like he's able to handle that type of stress, and he manages it well, whether it's his belief in God, whether it's his support of his family. He channels that well, and I'm excited to see what Trey does going forward. Let's beat him, brother. Absolutely. Let's beat Houston. That's 100%, Beto. Players come and go, but at the end of the day, it's all about the SF logo. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whether they go because we cut them or they retire like Patrick Willis, which I love. I have his autographed picture on the wall. But it doesn't mean that I follow him. Like, okay, Brian Young was one of my favorite players. Steve Young was one of my favorite players. But I don't stop being a 49er fan because they retired. I continue to be a Niner fan way after these players retire. and I start to support new players. So, absolutely, it is all about the shield and not necessarily the individual player. Bottom line, I love this team. This is a team effort. The team will get this win. I love that attitude, Dina. I love it. Let's get this 9-7. Let's get it. Roberto, I had to really the CJ stream saying that Scrubs from the Jets is better than Debo. Give me a. I heard you guys having a little conversation in the comments on that live of CJ. You guys are funny, man. It's the next man up mentality on this team. That's what this team lived up to and what Warner believes in so much. Every team's like that, but you have to have that mentality, the next man up. Now, you want your starters to be the one playing. You want your starters to be the one that plays. You don't want the backups. But there are going to be times when starters get hurt, and you're going to have to bring in the backups. So the next man up mentality takes effect. But it's about how you're coached, and it's how you execute. Like when Greenlaw went down, Aziz came up and he played well. And because how good Aziz was playing, the blow of missing Greenlaw wasn't that hard. And that's what I love about backups. If a backup can come in and play decent, it takes the pressure off the one that got hurt to come back sooner. Now, unfortunately, in this game, we're going to go in without Greenlaw, who has been ruled out already, and Aziz is done for the season. So we're going to look a lot of nickel. I expect to play a lot of nickel against the Houston Texans with 5 D-backs and 2 linebackers. And we're probably looking at Fred Warner and Harris back there. So K1 Williams is going to be that hybrid linebacker, if you will, in that nickel package, defending Mills in that Houston offense. Can the Niners do it? Absolutely yes. I believe they can. We need to have more confidence and faith as a new year starts. It's a fresh start, boys. I love that. I love that attitude. Absolutely. Where did it go? I definitely will. Jayla got an Xbox. Ooh, an Xbox for Christmas, so she is in and out of her room. I bet. Now, you got to make sure you monitor your kids on these games, man, because these games become the world to a lot of these kids, man. And I'm old school. I don't know how many of you guys are by I'm 52. I'm old school. I was always playing out in the street on my bike, Cowboys and Indians, whatever it was, we played. It was always, treehouse. Nobody even knows what a treehouse is anymore. I used to have a treehouse. We used to, now everybody are friends on the internet. How many friends do you have? Oh, I have 300 friends. What? They're all on the internet. I don't know none of them personally, but they're my friends. So even though Xbox is nice, you have to let your kid understand that they need to play outside a little bit. That's just my opinion. And I'm not referring just to your kids, Don. I'm talking about children in general. Man, they play these Xboxes, these PlayStations, and they never leave their room. I think he is still questionable or not. Mike Mitchell, I am saying. I heard he's going to play, though, but we'll have to wait and see. Tommy, you put that Jets fan on timeout. Damn straight, hermano. You guys are bullies, man. Bunch of bullies. Yeah. I can be seen. I can't be seeing that Arizona bad play calling by Kyle. That was, yeah, that was terrible. Horrendous. Yes, it was. It was terrible. We don't want Trey to force any dumb throws. I'd rather him take off running or throw it away. If we can establish a good run game, especially if Mitchell is in the lineup, hopefully he will be, and we establish that run game, that's going to be so much helpful for the young kid. It's going to allow Kyle to call a certain packages based on the run, how the run does. If the run is effective and they're effectively running, then Kyle can call some good plays for Trey. If the run game is not effective, then we're going to see what Kyle dials up for Mr. Trey Lance. Beto, I am predicting a bomb to Sherfield on a second play touchdown. You're going based off that one game against in the preseason, huh? Maybe they'll go back to that play they did in the preseason where he threw a bomb to Sherfield to the house. We'll see. Okay, Jim Mora. So I said his name right. Thank you, sir. That's your thoughts on Jimmy leaving, Beto. What's your thoughts? Excuse me. Personally, myself, to be honest with you, Karthik, is I enjoyed Jimmy. I really did. Jimmy came in here from the Patriots. He won his first 5 games with the 49ers. He earned his contract. He hasn't lived up to it, but he earned it when he got it. And let's be honest. For those that hate Jimmy, that's fine. You don't like Jimmy. You want him out of here. That's your decision. That's fine. But one thing we cannot deny is that we won more games with Jimmy than without. That's saying a lot. Now, we lost the Super Bowl. I understand. I understand sometimes Jimmy has bad games and it screws it up for us. And I can understand the frustration. But at the end of the day, Jimmy has won more games for the 49ers while playing than when he's not in the lineup. So I want to give Jimmy his respect for being on the team. Thank you, Jimmy, for everything you did. I appreciate everything you did. Thank you for your great personality. Thank you for not making the locker room into a crap situation by being poised and understanding your role this year. Thank you, Jimmy, for being that professional athlete that did not take things personally when we drafted Trey. Thank you, Jimmy, for everything you did for the 49ers. But unfortunately, we did not give up 3 number ones to keep you, Jimmy. So as much as you did for the 49ers, as much as I appreciate you and the faithful appreciate you what you have done, it is time to say goodbye to Jimmy G. And it is time to allow ourselves to see what we have in the young kid Trey. You do not give up 3 first rounds and bring Jimmy back next year. If Jimmy comes back, truthfully, it's going to be a concern about how good Trey is or isn't. But think about it. If we bring Jimmy back for whatever worst case scenario, what does that say about Trey? That's not good. But I doubt that he'll be back. So to answer your question, Karthik, what are my thoughts about Jimmy leaving? I appreciate everything he did. We won a lot of games with him. We got to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, we didn't win. But he did a lot for this organization. He kept the locker room peaceful. He didn't get stupid and, butthurt because we got Trey. He handled his business appropriately. So I want to thank Jimmy for that. But like every good thing comes to an end, Jimmy. You got to move on to another team, and we got to continue to roll and develop this young kid we call Trey Lance. What did you eat? What did you eat for New Year's last night, Niner Sickness? It's not what I ate. It's what I didn't eat last night. Actually, last night, I didn't really eat much. I think I ate earlier yesterday that I didn't. I think I had some eggnog. But I didn't eat. I didn't eat anything special. What did you have, young creeper? Young creeper. Appreciate the shout out, and my feet have been wiped. Can't wait for kickoff tomorrow. Agree with you, Jay. Agreed. And thank you for wiping your feet, by the way. If we lose, it's Jay's fault. You gotta give Tommy, man. Tommy's a character. Let me tell you, man. I love Tommy. Tommy's a character, though. What's good, Don? Tommy, I saw you on Rambo last night destroying the Lamb fan. You're a beast. Rambo? Who's Rambo? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know who Rambo is. Jay in the Bay, the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Roberto, you know me, brother. They call me the Lambs Killer. Orale. Check this guy out. Ay, ay, ay. Got to give those new players a chance, Absolutely, bro. As fans, we're going to criticize what players do, how they develop, how they play, especially if you're a content creator like myself. We're going to criticize and we're going to credit where credit is due based on the performance of each player. But like I said earlier in this live, referring to Trey Lance, you got to allow the kid to develop. You can't or shouldn't judge how he's going to be based on what he does tomorrow. Perfect example, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Josh Allen looked terrible his first 2 years. But now he's found his niche. He's comfortable with what he's doing. Everything's slowed down. Nothing's too fast for him no more. And Josh Allen is starting to play really good football. Let's hope that Trey starts a little bit faster, a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it's not how you start. It's how you finish that people are going to want to know about Trey Lance. No doubt they can. Exactly. Welcome to the show. Marquis, welcome to the show. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Thank you. We definitely do. I play with her all the time. We play Disney games all the time, so we watch her. That's good. You always want to bring balance to kids, man. You always want to bring balance to kids. And like I used to always tell my kids, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your father. So a lot of parents, they want to be liked by their kids, right? It's not your job to be liked. Matter of fact, if your kids hate you, supposedly, then you're doing your job right, in my opinion. Because they can't hate you when you're allowing them to do whatever. But if you stand firm and you don't let them run all over you, they're not going to like you. And that's fine. Again, I'm not talking about specifically your kids, Don. I'm talking about kids in general. Because they will test you. They will test you. I don't recall Trey throwing a dumb pass. I'm looking forward to his accuracy. I drinking some Christian crank. I drinking? You must be drinking if you can. Right? I drinking some Christian crank coffee right now. I. Okay. Avatar. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy Niner Sickness. I appreciate it. No way they keep Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy is going to be expensive to keep. You don't give 3 first rounds to have a quarterback sitting. Actually, they should have got rid of Jimmy this year and just went with Trey, in my opinion. The fact that they kept Jimmy is because they knew they had to develop this young kid. The ceiling is high, but the floor is low. And he hasn't had that many reps. Out of all the quarterbacks that got drafted, I believe he had the least amount of reps. And I understand why they kept Jimmy, because they wanted to continue to develop Trey. And they could afford it. Like John Lynch said, the owners blessed us with the ability to keep Jimmy and Trey. So, but I don't expect Jimmy to be back next year or in the season when the season starts. What are your thoughts on Trey Lance fans versus Jimmy G fans attacking each other? Niner, remember, it's not about quarterbacks. It's all about logo we rep. I seen this on Rambo. Listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to nobody, okay? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But let's keep it real. 49er fans are very emotional fans. Very emotional. We don't want Jimmy. Jimmy sucks. Put in Trey. We want Trey. We want Trey. And if Trey doesn't do good, and if Trey struggles tomorrow, and if Trey struggles against the Rams, then the fan base begins to cry over and over again. I understand we're fans, but you got to keep your emotions in check. Keep your emotions in check. Don't say things out of emotions. Look at the whole picture. All fan bases are like this, but I'm talking about Niner fans. We are a bunch of emotional fans. We want Trey. We want Trey. Get rid of Jimmy. But if Trey struggles tomorrow and struggles against the Rams, then what? We gotta keep our emotions in check and understand that it's how does it say? It's not It's not a. It's a. I forgot how they say it. It's not a marathon, but it's a sprint or something to that effect. Mr. Tommy, correct me, because you're good at that. I had some red enchiladas with beans. So that means you've been farting all day, huh? What's up, my brother? What's up, Mr. Jones? Welcome, sir. If Jimmy is healthy enough to play next week, do you think he will get his starting quarterback back. Is there anything Trey can do tomorrow to win the starting quarterback job? That's a loaded question there, Jay. I personally think that it doesn't matter how good Trey does tomorrow and how he plays. I think knowing what I do know about Kyle Shanahan and how committed and faithful he is to certain players, if Jimmy's healthy against the Rams, regardless of what Trey does tomorrow, I could see Kyle putting in Jimmy. Now, whether that's the right move or not, we'll have to wait and see there, Jay. But I can't see Trey having a great game tomorrow, but Kyle still going in week 18 against the Rams with the most experienced quarterback. But with that said, if Jimmy is still hurting whatsoever, a little bit of pain, he can't grip the football good enough, don't put him in there. Okay, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Jimmy, but Jimmy can throw interceptions with a good thumb, right? Jimmy can throw interceptions with a good thumb. Imagine what he's going to do with a bad thumb. If Trey plays well, Jimmy's not 100% healthy, then in my opinion, you should start Trey over Jimmy. But if Jimmy's healthy enough, just what I've seen, the patterns that I've seen in Kyle tells me that the obvious answer is him starting Jimmy over Trey. Why he would do that? Sometimes that is the $1 million question when it comes to Kyle, but his loyalty to players is absurd, in my personal opinion. Trey to the rescue. I like that. Jay in the Bay, 4 touchdowns, no INTs. Trey, oh my, Tommy, put it down, Tommy. Put the pipe down. Francine Webb, welcome. Oh, you're not. Actually, you're going to go. Hold on. How behind am I? That's not good. Bye-bye. Jayla knows that I am on her all the time. I had a bad life growing up, and she knows how it was. We're very firm with her and Ariel. That's good. A lot of times we can use our experience of what we went through to hurt our children, or we can use it to make our children's lives better. And I'm glad that that's the direction you're going in, Don. What is up, my brother from another mother, Moses Martinez, the D-back disciple? How you doing, brother? Welcome. Happy New Year's to you and your familia. Happy New Year's, everyone. Just had me some menudo, so I am set to go. Ooh, menudo sounds good right now, bro. It does sound good. Yeah, I kind of thought so, Tommy. It's all good, though. It's all good, brother. Roberto, no, I am not. I haven't had anything but coffee today. I call that Christian crank. Christian crank. This dude. I love coffee myself. I am a coffee man. I gotta have coffee. That would be an excellent game for Trey. The way the defense is set up, tomorrow for Trey, this game should be a good measuring tool for Trey. If we can run the ball effectively, that sets up the play action beautifully for Trey. If we stop the run defensively and keep Mills off the field, that sets up a wonderful game for Trey. I really believe that Trey has learned a lot from week 5 to week 17. Now, do I expect Trey to be a Hall of Fame quarterback? Not even close. Do I expect Trey to have mistakes? Yes. And he'll make them. But I think Trey Lance is smart enough to understand that he's going to make some decisions that are not so smart, but he's going to learn from those. And I really believe a lot of the game that he did against Arizona, he watched his own tape. So he's going to make some adjustments within himself to play better. But I really agree. I think this team against the Texans sits perfectly for Trey to come in and start. And let's see what happens tomorrow against the Texans. Let's see. Hopefully, we can do something. Tomorrow, Shanahan must keep to the game script, which is run heavy game plan approach, because Texans are ranked 31st against the run. Lance shouldn't pass more than 20 passes tomorrow. So, what do you think, JBX? 30 plus run plays for the Niners should be sufficient to win the game? If the Niners are able to run 30 plus, it should be sufficient to win the game tomorrow? We had a year to he had a year to develop. That was always the plan. Trey Lance needs to show me something. He's 0-2 so far. 0-2. Now, I know he came in for the Seattle game, but he only started one game against the Cardinals. So he's 0-1. I hope you're not claiming he's going to be 0-2. Avatar say JBXY. I agree. These Trey Lance fans have no clue what football is. They're playing too much Madden and not realize it's not real football. These young kids do. Isn't it funny, Moses, how these young kids do interpret a lot of this real football with Madden? If Trey has a good game, but he doesn't have a Madden type of game, he's not a good quarterback, right? That is hilarious, bro. Good point, though. Edward, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Welcome. Happy holidays to you, brother, and your family. Beto and Faithful, here's to Trey breaking out tomorrow. I hope so. I really, really do. I agree, Beto. Shanahan trusts Jimmy and will start him if Jimmy can throw the football. Yep. Yeah, he's just, if you look at his pattern, if you look at what Kyle Shanahan does, what he says behind the pulpit and what he does are two different things, man. His loyalty to his players sometimes could be Kyle Shanahan's kryptonite, per se. Trey Lance is only 21. He's young but has upside. Jimmy G doesn't have like a strong arm ability to throw outside the numbers and extend plays. I believe, this is my opinion, because of the lack of throwing of Jimmy, we are underutilizing Brandon Ayuk's ability, in my opinion. Because Jimmy can't throw long, we're underutilizing the ability of Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk can take the top off of defense. He can go deep. But because of the lack of throws, and Jimmy likes to throw within the 10 to 20 yard in the middle, Brandon Ayuk now has to catch and make and extend plays with the ball. I believe that once Trey is inserted and has become part of this offense, that is going to open up a whole new avenue for Mr. Brandon Ayuk to go deep. And we're going to keep defensive honest. Because let's be honest, when Jimmy's under center, there's not a defense or coordinator that are afraid for us going deep. So what do? They put 8 in the box. Let's stop the run. But when you throw deep and you keep that defense honest, now that makes the running game that much better because now they're not stacking up the front. They got to go back because they're afraid that you can burn them on a throw. They're not afraid with Jimmy. And that's the difference between Jimmy and Trey, in my opinion. So it's not only the threat of running with Trey, it's the threat of throwing that deep ball that I would love to see. I don't do drugs, goofballs. I ain't worried about Trey or Jimmy. I'm more interested to see if the Texans will attack Emery Thomas, which I'm expecting to happen. Who is Emery Thomas? No, just kidding. Listen, I think, this is a perfect example of seeing development each and every game. Emery Thomas still has a long way to go. Okay? He still has a long way to go. But what I've seen, and maybe Moses can enlighten me with his expertise. Emery Thomas has struggled when he first came in. He looked terrible. Now he struggled against the Titans last week. But to me, that game was Emery Thomas' best game since he has been a starter. Which means even though he is struggling, he's still developing. He's still getting better. His confidence is growing. He's starting to do better. And once he starts believing in himself, I think this kid is going to be special. But we're seeing him get better and better each game. That's what the kind of mentality I want to have with Trey Lance. I want to see Trey Lance play against the Texans tomorrow, possibly play against the Rams, show some progress, and then next year, or if we go in the playoffs, play better there, and then come next year and start showing better and better. Then that's a good sign for me. So, like Emery Thomas, even though they're going to go at him, he's getting his confidence underneath him, and I think he's going to play good football tomorrow, in my opinion. He might have his first interception tomorrow against the Texans. You heard it from me first. How about we have some menudo tomorrow for the game? Faithful, it sounds good. Menudo time. Yummy. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, menudo sounds good, man. It sounds good. Gotta head out, Niner family. My niece is spending the night with us, and I am watching the wrestling pay-per-view. All right. Enjoy your wrestling, Don. Once again, I am happy to hear about your friend Odin. I wish him the best recovery going forward. And thank you so much for always coming onto the show. Truly appreciate you, Don, and your beautiful daughters. You mean 0-1? Yeah, referring to Trey. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think you count the game that he came in late. You count the games that he starts. So he's 0-1 for sure. Talking about Trey Lance. What I like to see tomorrow, 15 plus Eli Mitchell, 8 to 10 for Wilson, 3 to 5 read options for Trey Lance, and 3 to 5 for Debo. Check out Mr. JBX, the coach here. I love it. That's about 30 plus running games. I like that. Love the way you're breaking it down. JBX, thank you. If we run heavy, we should be able to win this game convincingly. Cassidy, how you doing, Cassidy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year's. Hope you had a wonderful New Year's with your family. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Hey, Niner Sickness, I don't know if I trust Kyle Shanahan to coach Trey Lance. However, if things don't plan out, well, then Kyle has to go. That's my opinion. We know one thing for sure. Kyle Shanahan had out of now we got to keep in mind the two first quarterbacks were gone. Those were not an option. Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson were not an option. They went 1-2. But Kyle had his pick of the litter from Trey Lance, Justin Fields, and Mac Jones. And out of those three individuals, he went with Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance and Kyle Shanahan is going to be a great team going forward. Kyle just needs to trust Trey, but Trey needs to earn Kyle's trust. Now, if Trey can, for some, maybe not this year, but next year, if he can earn Kyle's trust, I guarantee Kyle will open up the playbook and put him in situations to play great football. And I expect that to happen. Do I expect that to happen tomorrow or the following week against the Rams? Not so much. But next year, especially if we don't keep Jimmy and Trey is named the starter, I expect to see a trust development between him and Coach Shanahan. And if that takes place, we're going to enjoy a lot of beautiful football next year. But I am not with getting rid of Kyle Shanahan, because when you get rid of somebody, who are you going to replace him with? Good night, Dina Harvey. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful night. Some play actions, and some bootlegs would be good for Trey to open up the offense on passing plays. And see, the bootlegs and the play actions will open up based on how well we run the ball. If we run the ball effectively, and I expect us to run against the Texans, which was brought up earlier by someone, I forgot who it was, sorry, that they are the 31st in stopping the run. So I expect Kyle Shanahan to open up the run game, and that's going to set up Trey Lance beautifully for those bootlegs and those play actions based off the run. So I expect to have a good game tomorrow if everything can get executed very well by our players. We just can't make bonehead mistakes. Okay? Trey cannot take off for a run, get a first down, but yet it's called back because of a holding from our offensive lineman. We can't afford not to convert on third down because of a hold. They got to play smart. You can't fumble the ball. You can't turn over the ball. You got to protect the football if you expect to win tomorrow. So hold on to the football and don't make mistakes, offensive line. Don't, because that's what I saw against the Cardinals. I seen Trey Lance run for a first down, yet it was called back because of a hold. We got to limit, if anything, not do any mistakes like that to hurt the young kid. And that sucked, man, because I seen a lot of great plays by Trey that were called back. Also, receivers cannot drop the ball. This is something that I saw. I watched the game yesterday against the Niners in Arizona. Debo dropped the ball. What's the name of that receiver? He's hurt right now, so he's not even going to play. Number 6, I forgot his name. He dropped the ball. When you got a young quarterback like Trey Lance, you can't drop the ball. I understand some of those throws are not going to be clean. They're not going to be perfect. But as a receiver, you got to bail out the young rookie. You got to try to bring those balls in and catch them. Don't drop balls. And if you went somewhere with this that is not PG, then you need to go and take a shower. You nasty people. Beto, question. Some are saying if Shanahan can coach Trey Lance, then who would be the best coach to coach Trey? Ravens? No. I don't want to see Greg Roman anywhere near the Niners again. Honestly, JBX, I don't see anybody remotely as good as Kyle Shanahan right now. So I'm not trying to avoid your question, but I am not going to really answer it because truthfully, I cannot foresee anybody coming in right now to replace Kyle. I believe in Kyle. I think Kyle's a great play caller. A complete coach, sometimes I can question that, but as a play caller, I believe in Kyle and I love what he does. So I can't really go beyond the fact that we may lose Kyle and have to bring someone else right now. Sickness. Embry Thomas' struggle starts at the line of scrimmage. I wait till I give a breakdown. Like I said, I want you to come on my show after the game. Not necessarily tomorrow, but maybe Monday or Tuesday, and talk about what you saw, not just in Avery Thomas, but on all our D-backs. And I expect, like I said earlier, I expect to play nickel a lot against the Texans because we don't have Greenlaw. We don't have Aziz. We have Marcel Harris, which is, the boy can hit. He just can't cover. And we have Fred Warner back there. So I expect to see a lot of nickel with K1 Williams in there. So you'll be able to have a lot to talk about regarding the secondary after tomorrow's game there, Moses. Luke Luna is in the house. How you doing, Luke Luna? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Check out my jersey. Niners sickness. It has 49ers right here. Niners right here. The NFL. And then behind me, it has, let me see if I can, look at that SF. Big old SF. Behind me. What's up, Luke Luna? Welcome, brother. Did I read your question? Sorry. The other difference between Trey and Jimmy is being game ready. Jimmy doesn't lose this job. If he's ready, if Trey does what we think he's capable of, then maybe he keeps it. It's an inferior team, though. You know what, Luke? You're right. Like we brought this up earlier. Even if Trey plays well, if Jimmy can go, if Jimmy's cleared, I'm talking about cleared. Hold on. I don't know if I'm out of focus. There you go. If he's cleared, I see Kyle putting in Jimmy because he's comfortable with him. He's more experienced than Trey is. So I can still see Trey have a great game tomorrow, play amazing. But if the doctors say Jimmy is a go, the thumb is not an issue at all whatsoever, I can see Jimmy starting against the Rams. And it wouldn't be that bad of a choice either. Because Jimmy does have the experience. It doesn't mean that Trey's not capable of winning against the Rams. You know what I mean? So I follow the shield, right? So basically, what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is this. Whether it's Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo, whoever gives us the best chance of winning is who I support. That is who I support. Whoever gives us the best chance in winning. Jimmy G may not be the greatest, name because we're so used to his mistakes. We're so used to his interception ratio that we're tired about. We're tired about Jimmy. But whoever gives us the best game is who I take. Our running game should save us. We have to watch the PI and other goofy penalties. I absolutely agree with you, Dina. Trey turn blocks and holds by choosing the wrong side of the blocks lane and protection. I saw a lot of that against the Cardinals. If you watch the All 22, Trey struggled. I know everybody says, we only lost by 7 points. We almost beat the Cardinals, and all that's all good, right? But if you looked at the All 22, Trey chose some of those wrong lanes to run in. And those are the things he's going to learn and get better at. There were some lanes where he should have went left and he went right that I saw. And in going left, he would have got at least another 3 to 4 yards. So I agree with that statement. Do you think our cornerbacks will struggle covering white receiver Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks is overrated, in my personal opinion. I mean, we took care of the Minnesota receivers. We took care of the receivers in Cincinnati. And the Titans receiver, A.J. Brown, now he had a game against us in the second half. But I think we should be okay with Brandon Cooks. Now, in my opinion, the best way to cover Brandon Cooks is by putting pressure on the quarterback. If Bosa and company can put pressure on Mills, if they can make Mills' life miserable, get in his face, interrupt what he's doing, harass him, then, in my opinion, Cooks will not be that effective against our secondary. George Bailey. Oh, I love that. George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. There's going to be Niner. So if Roman came to the team, especially as, you're talking about, I don't know, when we had Harbaugh here and Greg Roman, how much of that was Harbaugh or how much of that was Greg Roman? I don't know if I'm ready to bring Greg Roman back. Are you? I don't know, man. I don't know. Exactly, Beto. I agree 100%. Kyle Shanahan is the best option for Trey right now. Yeah, I just can't see anybody else right now. And it's too premature to say that they're not going to work. Remember this. Jimmy G, as good as he has been for us, as many games as he's won for us, he still limits Kyle Shanahan in doing everything Kyle Shanahan wants to do. Kyle Shanahan is limited by the things that Jimmy can't do. So Kyle has learned to work around Jimmy to best fit his attributes and help us win games. But with Trey's arm, his running ability, if that trust factor becomes close between Trey Lance and Kyle Shanahan is going to be able to do so much more with Trey Lance than he can ever do with Garoppolo. So I believe that Kyle Shanahan is the best coach for Trey right now and going forward. I don't see Greg Roman being better than Kyle Shanahan whatsoever, in my opinion. I like that Niner got quarterback Tyler Bray to the practice squad. He's a local boy from Kingsburg, California, which is 20 minutes from where I am in Fresno. Okay. A local boy. I think he's about 8-year vet. He's been in the now this is a interesting point to note out. Tyler Bray has been in football for 8 years. He's been under some different offensive systems. They asked him about, now he hasn't been here long, but they asked him about Kyle Shanahan's playbook. And Taylor Bray said, it is a complex playbook. It is a very complex playbook to learn. A lot of things you have to learn to be able to effectively be able to play out that playbook, to execute. And if an 8-year vet says this offense and playbook is complex, imagine what that is for a rookie like Trey. This is why we truly need to be patient with Trey. And I pray and hope that regardless how he plays tomorrow, whether he plays bad or he plays really good, that you still reserve your judgment about him and allow him to develop. I said this earlier today. I think a 3-year mark is the best measuring tool for a player. On the 30th year for Trey, we should truly know for certain if we have someone that we can win with or someone that we cannot. We have to allow Trey to develop. We cannot bring judgment based on what he does in 2 games if he plays against the Rams. And if you hear my birds in the background, I apologize. They have been in the cage all day. I haven't let them out, and they're stressing. They want to come out. They fly around the house. My birds are always flying around the house, so they're pissed. They're like, open this damn gate. Our defense will be good this game as long as we run the ball 35-ish times with running backs. I don't want to see Trey take hits. I hear you. Yep. Oh, thank you. It's like a baseball. It opens up like a baseball. But it's a 49er jersey, but baseball format. Sickness, just message me. I will give a whole. Okay, brother, you got it. You got it. We'll talk. There you go. George, we learned something today. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I think we'll be able to handle their running game, in my personal opinion. The Cardinal rules. What's up, Joseph? Happy holidays, Joseph. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and happy New Year's. Sorry to you're sorry to hear about your Cardinals, man. I mean, you happy that you're in the playoffs for the first time in how long? I think 2015, if I'm not mistaken. So congratulations in making the playoffs. But man, what a couple of losses can do to a team, right? Here are the Cardinals playing very good football, the number one seed, supposed to be having a bye, to now being the fifth seed in the playoffs. And I believe that the fifth seed is pretty much locked in there unless you lose the next two games. And it's going to be tough against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are I thought for a minute the Cowboys will be resting their players. But they're playing for that number one seed against the Packers. They're just a game behind the Packers. So the Cowboys have a lot to play for. So it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow between the Cowboys and the Cardinals. Cardinals need to get out of that slump they're in. I believe you're in a 3-game slump or 2-game. So that game tomorrow definitely is going to be like a playoff game between the Cardinals and the Cowboys. But it's good to see you, Joseph. Ben, what's up, Ben? Lance needs to win this game to put Niners in the playoffs. Otherwise, Jimmy returns in 2022. I don't think that what Trey does or doesn't do this year is going to determine a lot on Jimmy. I hear what you're saying. But you got to remember, too, Nick Bosa, he's going to want to get paid. Okay. Who else? Somebody else needs to get paid. I forgot who it is. But Nick Bosa is going to have to get paid. So you're going to have to use that money from Jimmy and Alec. Although I understand that they're raising up the money next year, next season, but still, I don't see Jimmy coming back. Whether Trey does good or not, at least not for that amount. Now, the only thing that scares me is if they restructure his contract. I don't know. Maybe that's something they can do, but I hope not. Clown Man, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I can't believe we're even having this discussion. Crazy, man. I've been on here for almost 2 hours, so plenty of discussions by the time I got to your comment. So I don't quite know which one you're referring to, Clown Man. Some people are nervous for Kyle to coach Trey. It's the unknown. It's like anything, man. It's the unknown. You start a new job, you're nervous. How's it going to go? Am I going to get along with my coworkers? Blah, blah, blah. You start going to work, you pick it up fast, and the next thing you know, you're laughing and you're part of the crew. So we'll see how it works out between them. Yep. I have a Jazz game to watch. Just wanted to stop in when I saw you live, brother. Let's talk soon, Beto. Shoot me a message. All right, Luke Luna. Have a blessed night, brother. Thank you. If you're in the Utah area and you want to get tattooed, this guy is an artist, tattoo artist. So hit him up if you're within that area. I believe it's Utah. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Luna. But enjoy your jazz. I'm pretty sure that you like the jazz. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're in Utah. Utah. The Santa Claus rules. Where is my present? I never saw it under the Christmas tree. You have to have a Christmas tree first in order to get a present, bro. We know that. Happy New Year. Hey, what's up, Mr. Pale Time? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh man, your name is slipping. Your name is slipping my mind right now. Your actual name is slipping my mind. Think, 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 think. I can't think of your name right now, Pale Time. I apologize. My apologies. Oh, I love it. Lance needs to win both games to put Niners. Okay, I think I read that already. Um, hey, Niners sickness. Do you think Cooper Cup can go over 231 yards and break Calvin Johnson's game? Who are you guys playing against again? I don't remember the defense you're playing against, but I'm telling you, Cooper Cup, man, this kid is special. He is. He's a great receiver. He is special, and I I don't see why he couldn't do it, man. I honestly don't see why he can't do it. If anybody can do it, in my personal opinion, right now, it's Cooper Cup, man. So yeah, I don't like the Rams, blah blah blah. I'm a Niner fan, but I love football. So as the Ram receiver, I don't like. As an individual receiver, I have a lot of respect for Mr. Cooper Cup. Absolutely. 3 losses in a row. Wow. That is that is hard, man. That is hard. I know. That is not, especially when you start the thing about the Cardinals, the stigma that surrounds the Cardinals every year is, oh, who cares how they start? Who cares how good they play in the beginning of the year? They're going to fade out. They're going to fizzle out. Every time at the end of the year, they fizzle out. And that's been a stigma that has followed, a cloud, if you will, over the Cardinals for a few years. And here we are again. The Cardinals start strong. They're undefeated for a while. They're playing good football. And now they lost 3 in a row. They were in first place, possibly had the chance to have a bye, and now they find themselves in the fifth seat. That's quite a bit of a drop. Number one seed, with possibly for sure having a bye, to now having to play right away in the fifth seed. When do you think the Cardinals can break this curse of starting hot but fizzling out towards the end of the year? Do you think your coach has to go in order for this to happen? Are you still a believer in your coach, Joseph? I know you believe in your quarterback, but do you still believe in your coach leading your quarterback going forward? I would love to know the answer to that. Okay, I'm gonna be shutting this down pretty soon. I've been on here for almost 2 hours and I don't have any water. I forgot to fill it up. It's been empty from the start. Shame on me. Sickness. I was so proud of my son. In intercepted Tyler Bray twice, and for the rest of that game, he never went my son's way again. As a dad, I can't talk. I can talk trash about it. Hey, man, I'm pretty sure you were definitely a proud papa that day, having your son intercept any quarterback twice in one game, and then earn the respect of a shutdown corner where the quarterback no longer throws that way. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Joseph, I get the right game is all the Cards need, and I don't see the Texans getting 41 points again. Pale Pale's like, I don't see the Cardinals losing to the Texans. Oh crap. They're playing the other Texas team. They're playing the better Texas team. The Cowboys. Freaking Pale time. That's funny stuff. Well, I know the Rams would love the Cards to beat the Cowboys. Oh, because you guys are fighting for that number one seed, I think, or number two seed. I don't like the Cowboys. So I'm a Niner fan first, and then whoever plays the Cowboys, I root for. Never been a Cowboy fan since the 80s with all that back and forth between the Cowboys and Niners. Remember, I'm old school. I grew up in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. So I watched a lot of that games between the Niners and Cowboys. And I hate to say it, but the Cowboys had the better games against us for the most part. And that's tough. Niner faithful, welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Debo and Bosa need to get paid. Debo was the other player. Thank you for bringing that up. I mentioned Bosa. I knew there was another player that was going to get paid. I just couldn't remember. And you're right. Debo and Bosa both need to get paid. So that means the money from Jimmy needs to be allocated towards Debo and Bosa. Even though the salary cap goes up, Bosa's going to demand a lot of money. And so is Debo. So, yeah, I just don't foresee Jimmy coming. Not because they don't want him back, but they can't afford him to have him back. And that'll be something to put a smile in a lot of your Niner fans. We need to get paid, and we need to build the team around Trey, and it makes no financial reason to bring Jimmy back, especially making that much. Yeah, the thing is, listen, guys. If Trey can be that quarterback that we think he can be, our window of the Super Bowl is going to open up again. We thought that our window might have shut down. With having a rookie salary quarterback playing good football, if indeed he does, be able to pay Bosa and Debo and keep this team pretty much together, I can see us making a run for number 6. But everything has to plan out around Trey. If Trey learns quickly, if Trey plays good, to the best of our ability we think he's going to be, then we're in good shape. If Trey struggles and it's not the quarterback that we thought he would be, then we're going to be in a bad shape for a while. So fingers crossed that Trey is the player that we think he will be. What's up, Corey Davis? Welcome to the stream. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. The Santa Claus rule, I searched all over the Christmas tree and I never found anything. He said he gave you codes. Happy New Year's to you as well, and blessings to you and your family, Corey. Appreciate you. The Rams are playing the Ravens. The Ravens, excuse me, my butt hurts. I should stand up. I have a table to do so, and I haven't done it. The Ravens are an interesting team, aren't they? That's another team that were the number 1 seed for quite a bit, and now they find themselves out of the playoffs at the number 8 spot. I don't know if Lamar Jackson is playing against the Rams, and if he is, how well he's going to be. Are you guys playing at home, or are you guys playing in Baltimore? That's going to be an interesting game, but you don't know what you're getting with the Ravens, though. The Ravens are not as good as they were last year, for sure. I love how you guys are communicating with each other back and forth. Love that. The Remilia Sports Report. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel. Good to see you, brother. Great guy. If you want to hear about the Rams, if you're curious to see how the Rams are doing, we have Pale Time and then we have the Ramilia Sports Report. They both have their own channels that you can go and spy on the enemy of the Rams. And again, same thing with Joseph and his channel, the Cardinal Rules. If you want to spy on the Cardinals, maybe we face them in the playoffs. Um, you are welcome to go to their show. They're great content creators. What's up, Ramelia? How are you doing, sir? True. The Cowboys are not 100% certainty that they will win. The Cardinals have a very good chance. Are they playing in Dallas or are they playing in Arizona? That's a good question. Okay. All right. So you Cliff, you okay. All right. That's interesting. That's interesting. So do you give him one more year to show that he can turn? I mean, he won 10 games, right? I believe you guys have 10 games won. That's not easy to. I don't care who you play. Winning 10 games is not easy to do in the NFL. The fact that he's won, now everybody's focused on the games that he's lost, especially since he lost 3 games back to back to back. And everybody's focusing on the latter part of the season. But Clinsbury won 10 games. That's not easy to do, so I can see why you would want to keep him. Looking forward to the Niners coming to SoFi Stadium to play my Rams. Running back Cam Akers will play in that game. We'll see what happens. Rams might have division locked up by Sunday night. We'll see. You know, it's funny how Ram fans are so, they desire so much to beat the Niners. They want to beat the Niners so badly. Um, I know that feeling. Why? All Niner fans should know how Ramilia feels about the Niners because we are the same way with the Seahawks. Isn't that funny? How um, we tend to own the Rams, but yet the Seahawks tend to own us, and it's a vicious cycle. Arizona, I'm going to give Arizona some props, and I think Joseph would like this. Arizona, pretty much nobody really owns Arizona, right? Because Arizona has been successful against us, against the Rams, and against the Seahawks. So the Niners own the Rams. I know Ramilia doesn't like to hear that, but it's the fact. Niners own the Rams, and Seahawks own the Niners. But the Cardinals, if you think about it, are kind of in their own little world that nobody really owns them, right? So that's interesting. But I bet, Ramilia, you're looking forward to week 18 to play our Niners. Happy New Year's, young. You and me both, young creeper. Christian Carver says you are going to talk to a Texan fan before the day of. No, I like I know a lot of creators they bring guests on and that's I like to do that sometimes. I'll bring guests here and there, but I'm a solo guy. I love talking to you guys. I love reading your guys' comments and I look at it as having a conversation with you guys. So when I have a guest, it's hard for me to concentrate on you guys' comments because I have to work on concentrating on what my guest is saying. So I fly solo for the most part so that I can truly enjoy my conversation with you guys, the viewers. Nothing wrong with having guests. So for those that love having guests, I understand why you do. Some I've heard some content creators say they don't feel comfortable talking by themselves, but the way I look at it is if you're reading the comments and you're talking to the viewers like I am today, you're not really talking to yourself. The only time you would be talking to yourself is if you start a show and nobody shows up. Then you're technically talking to yourself. But if you get 1, 2, 3 people to show up, then you're talking to 3 or 4 people. But a lot of content creators, they like to have guests. They just feel more comfortable, I guess, that way. But I am more of a solo guy. I love talking to you guys. Occasionally, I will bring guests on, but you will not see a lot of guests on my channel as frequent as others. I'm going to go through some of these really fast. I'm going to call it a day. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. It's going to be 2 hours in about 3 minutes. Agreed. Agreed. I agree with you. It's too early to judge anything that Trey does, whether he plays good tomorrow or not. Remember, I keep referencing Josh Allen. Josh Allen, when he came out of hold on, guys. Somebody get rid of it for me already. Hold on. It's under Ramilia. There it is. Okay, somebody got. Thank you for whoever got rid of that for me. Oh, Dina. Thank you, Dina. Appreciate it. So back to your statement. Yeah, we got to reserve our judgment on Trey and give him a chance. The game is in Dallas. Okay. Oh, that's going to be all right. That's interesting. Yeah, no scamming for sure. Thank you to my moderators. I just want to say thank you to my moderators that are on my team. I don't give the wrench just to anybody to give it. I give to the people that I think would help me on my stream and monitor my comments. So Gina, Harvey, thank you for everybody that is a monitor. Thank you so much for being part of the team. Okay. Okay. Rams 9-1 versus Arizona. Oh, so you guys own her. Okay. All right. Well, then I stand corrected. So that we all own each other, right? Who does Arizona own though? That's the question. Maybe that's what I meant. Does Arizona own anybody? You said 9-1 versus Arizona, so the Rams own Arizona, the Niners own the Rams, and the Seahawks own the Niners. So who does Ram own? They don't own anybody? That's the $1 million question. Okay. I believe you meant to say Beto, not Beth. I don't think I look. Do I look like a Beth? What's up, Joe? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for wiping your feet, brother. I know you meant to say Beto. I hope so. Not Beth. I hope we beat the Lambs again. We own them every time we play them. I want a 6-0. The last game. I can't stand Sean McVay and the Lamb fans. They're not all bad, young creeper. They're not all bad. But you know what? It's funny. We can't stand the Seahawk fans. So I'm pretty sure the Ram fans can't stand the Niner fans. And the Cardinals, based on what was said, can't stand the Ram fans. Right? It's a beautiful world in the NFC West. Yeah. Now keep in mind, um, when the Rams beat the Kyle Shanahan, remember, this is where comparisons are not really fair between Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan. And both coaches are great coaches. Sean McVay coaches very well. He's a good coach. Kyle Shanahan, people can reserve their thoughts about him, whether he's a good coach or not. He's a great play caller. But when McVay beat the Niners, you got to remember the Niners took over. Sean McVay took over a good Rams team. He took over a good Rams team. They just Fisher was a terrible coach. Should have never coached. Sean McVay took over a good team. The Niners, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch took over a bad team. I mean, they dismantled that roster. I believe they only kept 2 players or 3 from the Harbaugh regime and built the team from the floor up. So I can see why the Rams beat us a few times. But when the Niners have been playing good football, well, let me rephrase, not playing good football. Since the Niners had some good players on the roster, we have tend to own the Rams lately. And remember too, Ramila, I don't know how old you are, so, but if you're around my age or a little bit younger, in the 80s, you must have hated the Niners for sure, because there was a time when the Niners owned the Rams for a very, very long time, and that must have been painful. And I'm not being sarcastic about it. Am I laughing a little bit inside? As a Niner fan, of course, but that must have been, I think it was like, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 8 years that we beat you. I think like 8 or 9 years when we beat you every time. That's a long time. I gotta go back. I'm not exactly how long, but it was a, maybe as a Rams fan, you can tell me, but I know it was a painful time in the Joe Montana, Steve Young era. I think when you guys got better, when you guys became the greatest show on turf, is when you got, and then the Niners got really bad by then you guys owned us for a while. But overall, we owned you guys for quite a bit. If I'm not mistaken, I got to look back. I do know we owned you. I just don't know what the stint was. I think it was like 7 years, 8 years straight. That's a lot of seasons. I enjoy both. It's fun having guests, but I also enjoy having a conversation with the chat. That's a well way put. Yeah, I enjoy both. I love having guests as well. But but as you know, Cardinal fans, oh my God. My wife's gonna kill me. Hold on, guys, hold on. You may not see me for the next couple of months. I'm gonna have to shut it. I was supposed to do something at 6. I was supposed to just go on for an hour. It's been 2 hours. I am in trouble. Hey guys, I don't mean to be blunt and just jump off. You guys been amazing. I appreciate all you guys for everything you do. Man, scammers are just starting to pop in, aren't they? Dina, man, Dina's on top of it. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to go get chewed out by the wife. This Vato Loco is about to get his butt kicked by the crazier one in the house. I got carried away talking football, and she won't interrupt me. That's what I love about her, but she will kick my ass. So I'm in the doghouse. All right, I'm gonna feel what Trey Sermon feels with Kyle Shanahan in a minute. You guys have been amazing. God bless you. Have a wonderful New Year's. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you for being part of my show. You guys are amazing. Until next time, I am your boy, Niner Sickness. Peace. Go Niners, baby. And of course, my ending doesn't work. Hold on, guys.